Hi, so in today's video, I'm going to be going over some dream roles of mine. Isn't that fun? So the way this is going to work is I'm going to have 10 roles, and every other role is going to be, the first one is going to be ones that I could realistically play, and then the next one is going to be roles that I would never play, could never play, for whatever reason. So yeah, let's get into the video, shall we? So at number 10, I have Michael Mel from Be More Chill, because Michael in the bathroom, and he's also adorable. Do I have to say more? I mean, the character is just so cool because he's like kind of a nerd, but he's kind of like cool in his nerdy way, but like no one else thinks that that's cool except him, so he kind of radiates that cool energy, but no one really thinks he's cool, so that's pretty cool. How many times can I say cool in one sentence? I don't know. So at number 9, which is a role that I realistically could never play, ever, probably would have to be Christine from Phantom of the Opera. I know, I'm a male soprano, so I can sing the song. Probably one of my favorite musical theater memories is singing Phantom of the Opera as Christine with a soprano, so that whenever the soprano I'm singing with at the time comes in as Phantom, everyone's just confused. But realistically, I could never play the role, but I would love to be, well, Christine or any soprano, like any operatic soprano, I would love to play, but I literally couldn't, unfortunately, because I am in fact a man. Prize in male soprano. Honestly, that just kind of sucks. Like, why are there not more male soprano roles? That's what I want to know. Of course, there kind of is one later on the list, but I mean, not really. So at number 8, I have Schroeder from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Honestly, literally, like, all the guy roles from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown are on this list. Spoiler alert. But, like, except Linus. I never want to play Linus. I really don't. Every guy role from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown is on this list. Schroeder's a really weird character. See, the production company I frequently do productions with did You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown this past, I think it was May? I don't remember. I'm bad. Don't judge me. The wonderful performer who played Schroeder just brought a really unique performance, and ever since I saw that, I was like, man, that would be a fun role to play. Of course, Beethoven Day is just probably one of the best songs in the entire show. Don't at me. But it's still a great role, and I would love to play it at some point. And I realistically could, because it's a tenor role. And I am indeed a tenor. Kind of. So at number 7, I have the genie from Aladdin, because that would literally be the most fun role to play. Well, I say that about every role. That would be one of the most fun roles to play, a tap-dancing, wish-granting person. I don't know what to call the genie. Man? Person? I don't know. The only problem with this, I could never realistically play the genie because, well, the genie's supposed to be like a jazz musician type person, and I'm fairly certain the only people they've ever cast as the genie have been like tall, bald black men, and I am none of that, so technically I never would fit in the role of the genie. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain that's the case. So that's a role that I could never play because I am the whitest person on the face of the planet. But, like, it's such a fun role. Like, oh, man, that just makes me sad. All right, number 6, role that I realistically could play would be Charlie Brown from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. See, I told you that literally every male role except Linus from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown would be on this list. Hee hee. And I could realistically play this because it's a baritone role, and I am indeed a baritone. Well, kind of. I'm everything. I don't know how to explain it. I have a wide vocal range. Don't judge me, okay? And yeah, I feel like I realistically could play this role, fortunately, because it seems like too many of my dream roles I realistically couldn't play. But on number 5, roles that I realistically could not play would probably be Donnie Nowitzki from Bandstand. Because I just don't have the vocal range. I am not like a high tenor. I can't belt that, and I probably will never be able to. But, you know, a guy can dream. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I'll do an updated video in about 5 years once my voice has fully matured. Maybe I will. Hopefully. I'm still holding out hope, but I probably will never be able to belt that high and with that much power without straining my voice. I have like a 5-octave vocal range, but the majority of it comes from my falsetto and head voice, just like soprano range. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. My chest voice is basically a low tenor. Number 4, roles that I realistically could play. Kind of, I guess this kind of counts, even though I don't play guitar, but like I could learn how to play guitar. Unlike I can't learn to be a high tenor if I'm not a high tenor. I could learn to play guitar, but that would be Orpheus from Hadestown. That role would be probably, if I ever played Orpheus, that would probably be the role that would fit me the best vocal-wise, because, as you may have noticed, I have a very high and strong falsetto that I never get to use ever. It is still my dream to sing soprano in a show, but that's never happened, and it makes me sad. Sometimes I kind of slip to the soprano notes. All my friends who have worked with me backstage can definitely tell you that I have indeed slipped to the soprano harmonies. Harmonies? The sopranos always get the melody. What am I talking about? It's a problem. Somebody help me. But yeah, that's a role that I realistically could play, just because literally everything he sings is just like a la 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 la. Also, from the moment I heard that motif, I couldn't get it out of my head. I literally can't. Like, to this day, I still just, like, sometimes I'll just be walking around the house, and I'll just get la 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 in my head. Somebody help me. Yeah, I actually have a problem. All right, number 3, roles that I realistically could not play. And this pains me to say. This pains me to say with every ounce of my core. Jack Kelly from Newsies. Oh, no. I said it, okay? This Jack Kelly from Newsies has probably been my dream role since I came out of the womb. Like, I just, like, came out of my mother's womb wanting to be Jack Kelly from Newsies, but unfortunately, God has blessed me with a wonderful low tenor voice with a way too high falsetto and kind of a low bass range. I mean, I guess I could learn. This is one of the ones that is kind of on the edge of maybe at some point I could, if I just develop, if my range ends up, by the time my voice fully matures, if my vocal range has expanded to the point wherever I can hit that. I'm close, but as of right now, I could probably not. That's a little bit out of my vocal range because I can't really belt the last A. That glorious, sweet, sweet, sweet A. You know the A that's at like the end of every climactic the A4 that's at the end of every single climactic number ever. If it's tenor, it's like A or A sharp, or if you're a psychopath, a B, like Ethan Slater. How did you do that? Like, if you can, like, DM me to, like, tell me your secret, that would be great, because, like, I could really use some help belting high notes. Asking for a friend. That's one role that's kind of on the edge of whether I could or could not play it, but that's going to go on the realistically could not play. For number 2, which is roles I realistically could play, is Snoopy from You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. Number 2, probably my second biggest dream role as of right now. Snoopy is literally one of the best musical theater characters ever. Probably because he's literally a theater kid. Like, he's written as a theater kid. He turns Supper Time into a musical number with backup dancers. A tap dancing, ballet, PK turning dog. Also, it also has an A at the end of Supper Time, but I mean, like, it's just one A, and that's not as hard because I can do that. I'm working on it. Unlike Jack Kelly, which is like A and then another A, and then just like consistently singing high. Snoopy only really has one song. So Snoopy I realistically could play because 1, I'm a dancer. 2, I also tap. 3, I also am a tenor. That's a tenor role. Not as high as some of the other tenor roles, Jack Kelly, but still tenor enough to to wherever it counts as a tenor role. And I am indeed a tenor. How many times can I say tenor before I go crazy in one? But that is one role that I would just love to play. Like, he's literally a theater kid. That's literally what Snoopy is. He's a theater kid, but he's a dog. What more could you want? All right, before I get to number one, I'm going to do some honorable mentions. And if you know who I am, if you know me in person, you'll definitely know what number one is. So for the first honorable mention, I got Damien from Mean Girls. That's one role that is probably the same reason why I want to play Snoopy, except Snoopy's a dog and his songs are cooler. But he's a theater kid. He's literally the stereotypical theater kid, and that what more could you want to play in a show? Second one would be Lucas Beinecke in Addams Family. The only reason I didn't put it on the list is because it's not really a dream role. Because the moment I heard it, because I originally didn't really want to play the role until I was cast in the role, and then it became kind of became a dream role. It kind of became one of my favorite roles, but it's not technically a dream role because I'm in the middle of playing him. I'm in rehearsals for Addams Family right now, as I mentioned in my previous. Hold on, one of these. I'm still new, okay? Don't judge me. So it doesn't really count as a dream role because I only realized how awesome the role was until I was cast. So since I'm playing the role, it doesn't really count as a dream role because I'm playing it, if that makes any sense.
I'm not impulsive.
I truly love you.
I'm not deranged.
I never ask that of you.
But in this moment, I know I've changed. I want to climb Mount Everest, go to Mozambique.
Third would be Gomez from Addams Family. Man, like, are we seeing a theme? It's just like one show but multiple characters. I mean, Gomez would be one role that like I cannot play currently, but I would want to in the future. So, all right. So that's all the honorable mentions. Now to unveil my number one dream role, the best dream role that I could possibly want. This kind of falls under roles I could not realistically play currently, but might in the future. Kind of in the same lane as like Jack Kelly, like really high tenor, and that would be Evan Hansen from Dear Evan Hansen. Everyone who knows me knows that that's like my dream role that I would love to play, but currently I can't sing the songs because I'm a low tenor. I did sing Waving Through a Window at a musical showcase, but that was under rehearsed and my voice was exhausted from Guys and Dolls rehearsals. Is anybody waving, waving, waving? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So that was kind of a flop. But Evan Hansen is still probably my number one role that I would want to play. And if I got to play him, I could die a happy man. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you love me. Don't forget to check out my Instagram. I'll link it somewhere. I don't know. Don't judge me. I'm new. All right. Bye.
Come on, stop flexing.